What if the real reason you look younger than your age has nothing to do with skincare or genetics and everything to do with your mind? Let's drop the creams and filters for a moment, because in this video, we're diving into something deeper, the psychology of youthfulness. And no, this isn't some biohacking secret from an ex-Google engineer. It's wisdom pulled straight from Stoic philosophy, and it's shockingly relevant in 2025. See, looking younger often comes down to habits that don't just protect your face, they protect your spirit, and those who unknowingly follow these habits, they don't just age well. They move through life with a quiet strength that makes people wonder, what is their secret? So what are these subtle signs? First, you've mastered the art of not taking everything personally. Stoics teach us to separate what's in our control from what isn't, and guess what's not in your control? Karen's passive-aggressive email. The fact that your coworker double-tapped your story but never replied. When you stop internalizing every micro-slight, your stress hormones take a vacation, and that glow? It's cortisol finally chilling out. Second, you're emotionally agile. Stoics aren't emotionless robots. They're emotionally intelligent. They know how to feel without falling apart. If you bounce back quickly from setbacks, if you can cry, learn, and laugh again in the same week, you're showing resilience. And resilience is attractive. It makes your presence lighter, your face less burdened. Third, you maintain curiosity. Youth isn't about age. It's about openness. Ask questions, stay fascinated. Watch a documentary on ancient Mesopotamia and then 5 minutes later Google why it's Zoom at 3 a.m. Your brain thrives on wonder. So, do your eyes. Fourth, you don't gossip. This one's sneaky. People who chronically gossip age like spoiled milk. Why? Because resentment and judgment build up like mental plaque. Those who don't waste energy on other people's drama, they stay mentally free, and freedom is youthful. Fifth, you spend time in solitude. Not isolation, but solitude. The ability to enjoy your own company is a psychological flex. It builds clarity, patience, and an inner calm that people feel even if they can't name it. It's like being around someone who smells nice but you can figure out what the scent is. Sixth, you move through life slowly, not sluggishly, deliberately. Youthful people don't rush unless they're late for a flight. They sip their coffee. They take walks without needing to make a phone call. They observe. They savor. Stoicism teaches us to live intentionally, that presence shows in your face. And finally, you forgive fast, not because others deserve it, but because you do, carrying. Resentment is like dragging a suitcase full of bricks. You think you're punishing them, but your posture is the one suffering. Letting go is posture correction for the soul. In the end, this isn't about chasing youth, it's about embodying vitality. And that's the Stoic trick. The healthiest minds age well because they've stopped resisting life. They work with reality, not against it. They manage their reactions. They laugh often. They rest when needed. And they live like their peace matters more than their image. So if people keep asking why you look so young, maybe it's not your moisturizer. Maybe it's your mindset. And that's something no product can bottle. Let's be honest, we live in a world obsessed with age. Every influencer swears their morning routine holds the secret. It's the matcha, the 17-step serum, the ice plunge. But here's the truth. Your appearance reflects what your nervous system believes about the world. If you've trained your mind to stay calm in chaos, your body stops firing the alarm bells every 5 minutes, and that radiance, it's biology catching its breath. People who look younger often have one invisible advantage: they've made peace with reality. They don't fight time, they collaborate with it. That quiet acceptance is magnetic. You've probably met someone who wasn't wrinkle-free, but still felt vibrant. Why? Because they weren't trying to be someone else. They were fully rooted in themselves. And that kind of authenticity is rare and refreshing. There's also a kind of subtle rebellion here. In a society that profits off your insecurity, choosing self-trust is revolutionary. You're not immune to aging. You've just stopped outsourcing your worth to how smooth your skin is. And ironically, that mindset often softens the physical signs of stress that do age people. Funny how that works. Let's talk about the people who age quickly, not because of genetics, but because of mindset: chronic bitterness, petty arguments, complaining like it's cardio. These habits create tension in the body and discontent in the spirit. Over time it shows a scowl that becomes default, shoulders that never drop, eyes that never quite light up. These are the long-term effects of emotional chaos. Now compare that to someone who journals, breathes before responding, forgives without a second act of drama. They aren't perfect, but they're practicing peace, and peace doesn't erase wrinkles, it makes them irrelevant. And here's something nobody says. Youth is spiritual. It's not just your metabolism or your pillowcase fabric. It's how connected you feel to something larger than yourself. Call it purpose, service, love, whatever it is. When you're plugged into it, your energy changes. You walk differently. You speak with clarity. People don't always know why they're drawn to you, but they are. Even humor helps. Laughing genuinely, freely is emotional. Exhale. It releases tension. Real joy creates blood flow to the face. Yes, you read that right. Your philosophy on life literally becomes your face over time. That's not poetic, that's physiological. So the next time you wonder if you're doing enough to stay young, stop and ask, am I doing enough to stay calm? To stay kind? To stay curious? Because the people who glow aren't faking it, they're feeling it. They've made inner peace their skincare routine, and that's the kind of routine you don't run out of. There's also something powerful about staying grounded when everyone else is spiraling. That groundedness, that emotional center creates a kind of quiet charisma. People might not even consciously notice it, but they feel safer around you, drawn in. And yes, they often assume you're younger, because emotional chaos ages the spirit and emotional clarity refreshes it. It's not about being chill all the time. It's about having tools, breathing instead of reacting, observing before absorbing, choosing to speak truth instead of drama. All of these are Stoic habits, and over time, they change your entire posture toward life. Literally, your shoulders relax, your jaw unclenches, your body stops anticipating a threat that never comes. Also, don't underestimate the value of movement, not punishing gym routines but joyful movement, walking with intention, stretching in the sun, dancing like nobody's recording for TikTok. People who connect with their bodies in gentle, consistent ways carry a kind of vitality that no filter can replicate. And rest. Let's talk about rest. Youthful people sleep, not just because it is healthy but because they are not haunted by a mind racing with unresolved tension. They've created mental space by clearing emotional clutter, and sleep is where your body heals, your face repairs, your spirit settles. It might sound philosophical, and that's because it is. The Stoics weren't just talking about managing anger or enduring hardship. They were talking about how to live well, and to live well often means to live lightly, not carelessly, but without carrying what isn't yours. So if you're out here aging backwards while everyone else is frantically trying the next big trend, now you know why. It's not luck, it's mindset, and that mindset, it might just be the most timeless thing about you.